Okay. Lecture slide. Okay. Lecture. Activate. Okay. Okay. Okay, I on already the Microsoft Teams. I call from the Microsoft Teams since I cannot connect the PC with the LCD here. I already report to IT, but no feedback yet. Okay, so can you see the online now? You have an internet connection with you at the back? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so this is a QR code. You capture the QR code first. Can connect or no? Wait, I call IT again. Okay. Utah IT. Hello?
Hello.
Hello. My name is Nurul. I'm from IDK5. The internet, the PC and also LCD cannot connect. Can someone? Yes, I turn on. I already WhatsApp to this number actually, and I give the picture. Yes, IDK5.
Okay, I get someone to go there now.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay, they're coming, but it's okay. Okay. So, any questions so far regarding how is your tutorial so far? With Mr. Ashraf, is that okay? Okay, is it okay? Lecture 1 until lecture 3. Any questions? No. Okay. I don't think this is a 60 students. Yeah? Since IMSB this semester should be 60. Okay. So 7 March midterm will be here 11:30. Okay. No need to bring any papers since you have to answer together with the question paper. Yeah? The answer script will be together with your question paper. Yeah? IT will come in. Okay. Right. You capture the QR code first. If you don't have the internet, you can come here and see and capture the QR code here from here. Okay.
Okay. So topic 4 also will be covered for final and also midterm. Okay. The most important under the topic 4 is this one. Starting from here. Okay. For midterm and final, the most important starting from here until here. Okay, for midterm and also final exam. Okay, before we proceed with the topic 4, I have one question for you. I want you to answer. Can central bank bankrupt? Can central bank bankrupt? Yes, is it? And why? Try to think. Can central bank bankrupt? If yes, why? If no, why? Is there any central bank bankrupt before? Okay, we hold the questions, we answer later once we finish lecture. Huh? Okay. Okay. From the beginning, about the Federal Reserve Bank. Okay. Federal Reserve Bank, is it similar with the central bank last week? Yes. Okay. Why central bank exists? Why FED exists? FED is a central bank for who? For US country. Are you also familiar? You from my class? Huh? No wonder. Okay. Most of you from FMI, is it? FMI. Huh? Okay. So last semester. Last 1 year ago. Okay. 1 year ago. Okay. So Federal Reserve Bank is a central bank for who? For who? For US country. Okay. So is it similar? The characteristic, the why they exist, the aims, the goals, is it similar? Yes, it is similar. Why central bank exists? Why FPD exists? FPD exists because of what? Because we need one centralization institutions who can cater all the financial institutions to have one standard. So then they can manage all the economy, financial system thoroughly. So they can see it. Okay? So the central bank, the FED is the central bank for US. No need to memorize about the Congress and so on. But why? The purpose is, yes, you have to know what is the purpose they exist. The purpose exists is because of provide a safer, flexible, more stable monetary and financial system. The most important thing is the FPD or central bank exists because we need one institution, standard institution. So then all the players involved, they will have one guide, one institution that can be as a reference for them for guidance and so on. Yeah? Okay. So the FPD, is it similar with the last week? Yes, they are central bank. But somehow, some of the central bank, they are independent and not independent. So you have to know what does it mean by independent? What does it mean by non-independent? Okay? US They are independent. Okay? So means any decision making, do they have to report to minister and so on? No need. Since they are independent. The central bank is the FPD is can do that? Ya, boleh. Itulah, saya pun tak tahu kenapa dia. Okey. Kenapa dia tak ada link lah?
PC tak on.
Saya dah on dah ni.
Tak. Dia macam ni kan.
Ha.
Kalau Puan on PC,
Ha?
kalau lampu ni nyala, ini tak nyala,
Ha?
maksudnya PC tak on lagi. Kena tekan sampai ini menyala.
Okey.
Baru dia berprojek.
Oh, okey. Tapi saya ingat saya dah tekan ya, belum ya? Oh. Tadi dia jadi warna biru je.
Ya, sebab dia tak ada display. Display tu ada dia.
Okey. Oh, ni ada okey. Terima kasih. Okey. My mistake. My God. Okay. And stop sharing.
Okay, right. Okay, so I just share screen from here and also from here. Huh? Okay. Okay, so we share screen from here and also here. So you can see, since I cannot on the Microsoft team from there. Okay. Okay. So independent within the government. Okay, what does it mean by independent within the government? Okay, even though they are independent, any decisions that they made, no need to with the interventions by the political parties, for example, but somehow any decisions that they will gonna make, for example, maybe they will discuss with the government. Since what? Since especially if let's say something related to financials, economy, for sure they have to discuss with the government, since it will give an impact towards the economy as a whole. So by hook, by crook, they want to know, they still have to discuss with the government, especially regarding the financials and also the decision making on the economy and so on. Okay, so this is how. Okay, organizations structure. No need to memorize this. This is not important for midterm or final. Okay, you can skip. Board of Governors, Federal Reserve Bank, FOMC, and also Board of Directors and Members Bank. Okay, FOMC is one institutions who usually they work together with the central bank. They thoroughly investigate how far and how hard and how good the performance of the economy. Usually, they will thoroughly investigate. They will do the analysis. They will do the investigations. If let's say any issue occur, they will discuss. They will take the necessary actions with the advice by the central bank and also government. So FOMC usually they work together with the central bank to see how far the performance of the economy, for example. If let's say there is an issue, might be occur in future, for example, they detect now. So they will discuss what is the best solutions. Maybe there is a rumor saying that the inflation will occur next year or next 2 years. So from now, they try to find what is the best solutions to overcome the problem that might be happen in future. So FOMC are responsible towards. Okay, Board of Governors, who are the Board of Governors? Okay, Board of Governors, you can ignore this one, not important, just for your information. Okay, Federal Government Agency. The board comprises of 7 members, appointed by who? By presidents, and confirmed by the Senate to serve 14 years. Okay. What are the responsibility as a Board of Governors? They're responsible to formulate the monetary policy under the 3 monetary policy tools, OMO, discount window, and also reserve, the reserve, okay, reserve requirement. To set the reserve requirement, at what level should be the reserve requirement, at what percentage should be the reserve requirement, you have to understand the 3 tools, how it works, what is the difference between these 3, okay, Federal Reserve, OMO, and also discount window. Okay, and the most useful under the 3 strategy is usually most relevant is OMO. Okay,
And then Board of Governors, they share the responsibility with the Reserve Bank, which is Central Bank, for discount rate policy. Why they work together with the Central Bank regarding the discount rate? Since when they increase or decrease the discount rate, it will give an impact towards the money supply. Okay, too much money supply, what happened? Too much money supply circulate in market, what happened? Crisis, inflation, since what? Since money circulate much in market. Okay. When money circulate much in market, what happened? What is the indicator? The indicator, one of the indicator, we know the peoples, the residents, the investor, they refuse to hold the currency, home currency. They lose trust. So that's why they refuse to hold the home currency. When they refuse to hold the home currency, what happened? They supply the currency. When they supply the currency, what happened to the currency? Depreciate in value. Okay? So another example that you can give is investor. When investor lose trust in our currency, what happened? They will sell our currency. They will take out the investment from Malaysia, for example. Take out all the money invest from Malaysia and invest in other country. So when they did that, the ringgit Malaysia, for example, was supplied in market. So because of investor lose trust to our currency, they sell it. They sell, they supply. So when we reach a certain point, the currency will be dropped. This is what happened now. We can see the US currency becomes stronger. Now it's 4.9 if I'm not mistaken. Yesterday as well. Okay. So why this happened? This has happened because of there is a rumors about the Malaysia economy not stable and so on. Okay, so this is the reason the investor, they lose trust to invest in our country, so they take out the money out and invest in other country. They supply ringgit Malaysia, so when they supply ringgit Malaysia, that's why we see yesterday $1 equals to 4.90. Previously 4.7, 4.6, 4.8, but suddenly yesterday 4.9. So it shows that this is the indicator, shows that investor, they didn't trust. They lose the trust to our currency. Okay, so they sell it. Okay. Okay. So what else? The Board of Governors' responsibility. They responsible to regulate and supervise role of a bank. Who are the bank here? They are the player involved in market. Bank holding companies, international banking facilities. Okay. Board of Governors in US also responsible to set margin requirement that prevent excess use of credit for purchase or carry securities, and to ensure a smooth functioning and continued development of the nation payment system, especially, for example, online. Online banking and so on, the payment system, link, okay, when you transfer money and so on. So the data transferring, for example, is it secure for us to do the online banking, transferring and so on? So they are responsible for it. Okay. Okay, next. The Federal Reserve Bank. Who are they? They are central bank. Okay, so no need to memorize this one also. 12D3 and so on. Yeah, just go through. This one also not important, FOMC. Just go through, you can read. This is the responsibility as a board of directors, how they classify the board of directors to classes. Okay, this is the board of directors responsibilities. So this is the members bank. Okay, why they call it members bank? Why members bank? Okay, only members bank have a license to borrow money from central bank. What about the other financial institutions? They are not a member of central bank. Okay, so can they borrow money from central bank? No. So if let's say they need money, to whom they can borrow? With whom? From Federal Fund Market. Okay, Federal Fund Market. Okay, you have to understand, and important for you to understand, non-members and members bank. Only members bank can borrow money from central bank. Non-members bank, they are not allowed to borrow money from central bank. But somehow, if let's say they need money, they need capital. For short term, for example, they can borrow from Federal Fund Market. So who are involved in Federal Fund Market? Federal Fund Market, all the players involved, including members bank as well. Okay, including bank. So what rate they use? Federal fund rate, correct? So if let's say members bank, they borrow money from central bank, what rate they use? Discount window rate, correct? Who? These are the discretions by whom? The discount window rate stated by who? Central bank, correct? What about federal fund rate? By the market itself. Okay. Okay, later we go through regarding the rate and so on. Okay, so that just now is important for you for final emitter. Okay, you have to understand that one. Okay. Okay, so this is a functions of FED. Is it important? Yes. Okay, functions of FED. First, they're responsible to conduct the nation's monetary policy under the 3, which is OMO, discount window rate, and also RR. Okay, and also RR. They're responsible to these 3. Okay. Second, they're responsible to supervise and regulate banking institutions and protect the credit right of consumer. What does it mean by that? They're responsible for rules and regulations. They are responsible to make sure all the players involved are being protected, including consumer. So they set rules and regulations for the benefit of player involved. Protect from what? Protect from whom? From unexpected event, issue. For example, money laundering, fraud. Okay, so they're responsible for it. Okay. Maintain the stability of financial system. So how to maintain the stability and so on? They have to do, they are monitoring. They do thoroughly investigations on the market performance. When they thoroughly investigate the market, when they see unexpected issue or event, they will take the necessary action to overcome the problem. So this is the responsibles of the FED, to make sure all the players involved are being secure, are being protected from unexpected event. Okay. Provide certain financial services to the US government and the public. Example, to the US government, salary to the government servant, for example. Financial institutions and foreign official institutions, so they're responsible for it. Okay, so for this one, demand and supply in the market for reserve. This one also important. This one also important. Okay, we go through one by one. Okay, demand and supply in the market for reserve. What happened to the quantity of reserve demand by bank, holding everything else constant, as the federal fund rate change? Okay, so excess reserve are insurance against the deposit outflow. What does it mean by deposit outflow? Deposit outflow here means money that lent out. Money that lent out. So the cost of holding this is the interest rate. Interest rate here is the opportunity cost that could have been earned from where? From the loan out just now. How? Okay, when the bank given loan, borrowing to public, for example, they receive profit. Okay, minus profit received minus the interest rate that paid on this reserve. What does it mean by that? It means that the minus interest rate here means, okay, if you notice, okay, when you save money in saving account, okay, at the end of the year, you will see in your account, bank give you interest on the saving that you place in bank. Okay, so is it compulsory for them to give you this interest? No, but this is by discretion by the bank to make sure they have the loyal customer, to make sure customer loyal to them, customers still choose them, maybe to attract, to make sure the client, the customer, still interested to save money with them. So, is it compulsory for the bank to give this interest rate? No, but this is by the discretions by the board of directors and so on. Okay, once we receive profit, do we feel happy? Yes. So because of that, this is one of the indicator how to attract customer to loyal, to be loyal to them. So the interest rate that is paid on this reserve is a interest that they give to the customers, to pay to the depositors. Who are the depositors? We are the depositors. We deposit. Okay. Members bank, member of central bank, also known as depositors bank. Okay. Some of the questions maybe they give the words is when you read the questions. Some of the questions they say members of central bank. some of the questions may be asking about depositors bank. Okay, but depositors bank or members of central bank, the same thing. The same thing, which is depositors bank is a members of central bank. Why they are known as depositors bank? Why members of central bank are known as depositors bank? Okay, they are known as depositors bank because only members of central bank who are allowed to receive deposit from customer are members of central bank. Usually they are, for example, commercial bank. What about the other banks? What about the other financial institutions? The other financial institutions, they are not allowed to receive deposit from customer. What about insurance company? Insurance company are not allowed to receive deposit from customer, but insurance company can receive what they receive? Premium, correct. Some of my students actually, even though they are year 3, they are actually insurance agent. Most of them actually. Okay, most of my students that I know, they are insurance agent. It's good. You study and also you earn some money from the insurance receive and so on. Okay, so this is how. Okay, supply in the market for reserve. Supply in the market for reserve. Okay. The two component, this one I write in here lah, so then you can copy. There are two component, non-borrow and borrow reserve. What does it mean by here? Non-borrow here means the money you receive from, the money they receive or they borrow from federal fund market. Okay. Okay. Borrow reserve, they borrow from discount window rate. Borrow reserve, they borrow from discount window rate, which is members of central bank borrow from central bank. What rate they use? They use discount window rate. Okay. Through what? Via what they borrow? Via discount window rate. From whom? From central bank. Correct. Okay. Second, cost of borrow from FED is a discount rate. Okay. Borrow from FED is a substitute for borrowing from other bank. What does it mean by other bank here? Any ideas? Okay, from other banks. Okay, correct. In via what? Via where? Via federal fund market. Correct. Okay. So what the rate they use? Federal fund rate. Okay. If federal fund rate, FFII is a federal fund rate lower than discount window rate. Okay, listen carefully. Yeah. If federal fund rate, okay, lower than discount window rate. What does it mean here? It means that discount window rate is expensive. Okay, if discount window rate expensive, bank will not borrow from central bank. Why? Why they will not borrow from central bank? Because the cost is higher. So usually, when the discount window rate expensive, costs increase. Costs for members of central bank borrow money from central bank expensive. So usually, when at this stage, members of central bank, they will lower the borrowing. So what is the impact? Money supply. So they have limited capital, is it? Members of central bank, when the discount rate expensive, they will lower the borrowing since costs for borrow from central bank expensive. So they will lowering the borrowing. When they lowering the borrowing, they have limited capital. Okay, so when they have limited capital, they have limited capital to lend out. So what about the demand? The demand, of course, will higher, but supply reduce. So what happened to the money supply? Decrease, correct? So is it the value, the currency value will improve? Yes. Okay, so this is the meaning of what we discussed just now. Any questions? Okay, you have to understand this concept. Okay, once you understand this concept, any issue questions you can answer. Okay, usually when the discount window rate increase, central bank increase the discount window rate. Usually they try to reduce the borrowing with the hope that the money supply will reduce and with the hope that the currency value will improve and appreciate. That's why they reduce, they increase the discount window rate. Okay, so discount window rate will give an impact towards the currency value and also money supply. Since borrowing lower from the central bank, what does it mean by that? It means that members of central bank, they have limited capital to lend out. So when they have limited capital, what about FF rate? FF rate also will increase. Since the federal fund market have limited capital to lend out also. So central bank capital, borrowing, and also FF market actually related. Clear? Okay, next. Okay. If in case FF rate higher than discount window rate, what does it mean by that? It means that when discount window rate reduce, usually members of central bank, they will take advantage by borrow more and more and more and more. Why? Because the cost for the members of central bank to borrow money from central bank cheaper. So when it is cheaper, usually members of central bank, they will take this advantage by borrow more and more and more. This is it. So you can see the difference. So what is the impact? And we land again at reland means what? They have excess of capital to offer to federal fund market. Who are the players inside the federal fund market? We are the financial institutions who need money. So when they have plenty of capital to lend out, in where? In FF, Federal Fund Market. So what about the rate? Okay. If discount window rate reduce, FF rate also will reduce. Because why? Because members of central bank now, they have plenty of capital to re-lend again at the federal fund market. To whom? To the other financial institutions who need capital, who need money. Okay, this is it. Okay. Okay. So that's it. That's it. Easy. This is the concept. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay. Next. OMO. Okay. How changes in the tools of monetary policy affect the federal fund rate? Okay. An open market purchase causes the federal fund rate to fall, whereas an open market sales causes the federal fund rate to rise. This is true. Okay, but somehow the most important is the previous just now, about the discount rate and so on. Okay. Okay, next. Okay. The concept of reserve requirement. Okay, so previously is a OMO. Okay, we go back here. Okay, under the OMO, the concept of OMO. What is the concept of OMO? The concept of OMO, you represent yourself as a government, okay, by government securities. So if let's say buy government securities, what does it mean by that? Inject money in market, is it? So what about the MS? Money supply increase or decrease? Increase. So when we reach a certain point, what happened to the currency? Depreciate, correct. So the currency value will drop. And vice versa. Okay, and vice versa. So if let's say sell government securities means government selling, okay? Money supply reduce, okay? Money supply will reduce. Good to control Good to control financial institution to take advantage. Okay, so this is a vice versa. Okay, what about reserve requirement? Okay, reserve requirement concept. Reserve requirement concept similar with the discount rate just now. Okay, similar concept with the discount rate. Okay, what does it mean by that? It means that RR increase. Okay, RR increase. Okay, let's say government or central bank, yeah, they increase the RR. So what does it mean by that? It means that they increase the portions of asset that the financial institutions have to keep as a reserve. Financial institutions cannot use it, cannot do anything with these portions of asset. They have to keep as reserve in institutions. So because of RR increase, the members of central bank, for example, or financial institutions, they are especially members bank, especially bank, they have limited capital to lend out. Okay, so when they have limited capital to lend out, what about the NS? NS will reduce, correct? So when they reach a certain point, currency value will improve. Okay. RR reduce. Let's say RR reduce. RR reduce. Okay. RR reduce. The meaning of RR reduce is bank have excess of capital to lend out, to use it to lend out in investment or whatsoever, borrowing or whatsoever. Okay. What about the NS? Money supply will increase. Since bank, they have access to lend out capital to market. So money supply increase. So when they reach a certain point, currency value will drop. Easy. Same thing with the discount rate as well. The concept is similar. Okay. 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 During normal time, the Federal Reserve use 3 tools of monetary policy. Usually, they try to control the money supply using during the normal time. Interest rate, and these are referred to as conventional monetary policy during normal time. Okay. So, if let's say during normal time, you can give both. You can give both OMO, buy and sell. What happened to the money supply and what is the impact towards the currency value? Discount window rate increase. What about the money supply? Increase or decrease? Reserve requirement also. During the normal time, if increase, decrease, what happened to the money supply and impact towards the currency value? It can be both. Okay, during normal time. Depends on the government and central bank aims and goal. Okay, so you can give both answer. Okay. Dynamic, this one not important, you can ignore for final and midterm. Okay. Under OMO, they have dynamic, defensive, primary, traps, repurchase agreement, and this is a characteristic of OMO. Okay, advantage of OMO. Advantage of OMO, flexible, easy, reserve, quickly implemented, usually the most important, the most frequently used tools by the strategy tools used by the government and central bank is actually OMO. Since why? Since it's flexible, easy, easy to implement it. Okay. 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 For this one, okay, central bank, okay, also known as lender of last resort. Okay, central bank also known as lender of last resort. As a members of central bank, especially bank, they have the opportunity to borrow money from central bank. Central bank known as lender of last resort since as a lender of last resort, they have compulsory for them to give a hand to help to members. If, let's say, members need advice or help in terms of capital, financials, and so on. Okay, but somehow you have to understand central bank, they have limited ability. So my question is now, can central bank be bankrupt? Okay, because why? Because they have limited ability. Okay, especially in terms of capital, in terms of liability, for example, if mismanaged, do they can bankrupt? Yes. Okay. Do we have any reference that the central bank bankrupt before? Yes. So once we finish lecture later, I want you to try to highlight, try to read about the central bank bankrupt. Okay? Right. Okay. Aduh. Discount window. Okay. So okay, we touch also this one just now. Okay, no need to memorize about the secondary credit, seasonal credit, and so on. Okay. Okay, lender of last resort, one thing, another one thing is to protect from moral hazard problem. What does it mean by moral hazard problem? Moral hazard problem means, okay, this is also one indicator why central bank bankrupt. Moral hazard problem is because of members of central bank, they find out that very easy for them to borrow money from central bank, very easy for them to getting the help from the central bank. So they take for granted when they receive money, capital from central bank. They invest money in risky investment without thoroughly investigate how far the risk of the investment that they are involved in. So this is moral hazard. This is moral hazard. So to prevent the moral hazard from happening, why moral hazard? Moral hazard is very risky to the country because it's related to capital, it's related to financial. Anything that related to financial, especially capital or fund, It will not affect the bank itself. It will affect not one bank. It will, even though the crisis, the issue are being implemented by one bank, but somehow because of this is related to financial, so it will give an impact to the whole economy, country economy, not towards the one bank itself. Because of what? The reason is because of the moral hazard. Okay, that's why liability happen and so on. So it leads to what? It leads to bankruptcy. If let's say the central bank cannot cope, cannot back up, cannot not have enough capital to back up, what happens? Bankruptcy. So can central bank back up? Yes. Okay. So that's why they try to protect from the moral hazard. So compulsory for all the financial institutions to be transparent. They cannot hiding information from the public, from the institutions, from any party involved. Especially if, let's say, it's related to the financial. The main reason is because they try to protect from unnecessary problems, especially moral hazard, fraud, money laundering. Since what? Since these three things will give an impact toward the whole economy as a whole, not towards the one company itself. Okay? Since if, let's say, the central bank cannot cope, cannot back up, central bank also will bankrupt. Okay? So this is a phenomena that happened last time when we don't have the PIDM insurance. Okay. Even though we have insurance now, can central bank bankrupt? Yes, also. If let's say they don't have the enough capital backups and so on. Okay. So this one, no need. Okay. This one no need. This one also no need. No need to memorize. This one also no need to memorize. Okay. This one also no need. This one also no need. Okay. So the most important things we already discussed. Once you understand the concept, for sure any issue, questions occur or come up for the midterm or final, you can answer. Just memorize the concept. Okay, so what I want you to do now, okay, you try to search and read about the central bank. Okay, read and also do a short notes on that. Aduh. Yes. Can, boleh kejap. Oh, here. Apa ni password? Kejap. Okay. Okay, try. Boleh? Okay, alright. So whoever in online class via MT, so what I want you to do is you try to search and do a short notes on can central bank bankrupt? Okay. Yes. Okay, so do it. I'll give you half an hour. Okay, I'll give you half an hour. Okay, so I will pick any one of you to present here. Okay, 2 ways. Okay. Okay, half an hour. We will randomly pick name from the attendance letter. Huh? Yes. Yes.
Can I last week attendance?
Last week boleh? Boleh.
Because
Sekejap
I
ya.
didn't
sekejap.
attend,
Okay. But
but I refer to the
okay.
recordings.
Boleh.
So I asked, can I have the attendance?
Boleh. Sekejap ya. Last week.
Yeah.
Last week berapa? What is the date? Last week? Lecture. Last week.
14.
15.
Eh,
15. What is your name?
Sean.
You email me.
Sorry?
You
No.
no. Yeah. Ya, lambat sikit. Okay, mana?
SS.
Sean. Okay. Tutorial?
I did. Yes.
Okay.
Miss Muhammad Aslam.
Oh, Miss Ashraf. Oh, last week. Okay, boleh. Sekejap, I buat. T3. Bila? 16. 16, is it? Mana nama? Ni. Okay. You last week, is it? Lecture or tutorial? Lecture.
Itu dia
15. Mana?
S.
Sia. Ni. Okay. FMI. FMI, is it? Last time you with me FMI.
I think so.
Okay belum?
Okay.
Okay.
And I still got one
Tutorial.
lecture.
Lecture.
First week.
Oh, okay. Boleh. Ni.
That's all.
Sia. Yukong. Sia. Okay. Okay. Lecture. Tutorial. Week 2. You? Lecture. Week 1. Nama? Yeah, this one. Okay. Then, tutorial. Week 2 tutorial. Tutorial 3. Nama you? Chong Win Hoon. Okay, done.
So starting almost next week.
I will be via
The class will
Microsoft.
conduct online.
I conduct online, but if you want to come physical, Mr. Ashraf will be here.
Or
If you want to online,
I'm okay with that. I will be online.
Then starting almost next week,
Next
the class
week.
will be online.
Yeah.
Okay.
But physically, Miss Asha will be here also.
Oh.
Since some of the students, they said they want to come to
Means
physical
can choose
class.
attend physically or online.
Supposedly you have to come physical, but if let's say you refuse to come to physical, it doesn't matter, just quiet lah.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.